3, 2, 1, go. Greetings from an undisclosed location somewhere in the southern United States of America. It's Monday night, and it's time for the show. Jerry, it's the show. Jerry. This is the Bionic episode. I've come back bigger, stronger, faster. $6 million man. I am the $6 million man. I am the $6 million man. I can do anything. I am the $6 million man. I can do anything. Somebody said, hey, you know what? $6 million isn't all that much money. And I said, well, give me $6 million then. Mr. Bill Gates. Mr. Bill Gates. Mr. Bill Gates. Mr. Bojangles. This is the show. I am the show. The show is me. And me is the show. And this is Alvarez. Say hello, Alvarez. Thank you, Alvarez. It's very nice of you to say that. Let's get into it, like two cats looking at a box. One of them says, let's get into it. And the other one says, okay, let's do it. Let's get into it. Let's go ahead and get on into it. The show is this, THIS. This is the show. And it's time for the 6-gun $100 trivia challenge. Drawing a card completely at random from the Trivial Pursuit, Baby Boomer Edition. Copyright 1983, Horn Abbott Limited. Just want to get that in so I don't get busted for nothing. Number one question is TV. What show's pilot was written by Norman Lear under the working title Those Were the Days? That has to be All in the Family. And I'm writing my answers down over here so I don't have to flip the card until it's all over with. Until it's all over but the crying. Let me get me a little throat spray here, Chloroseptic, the brand that cares. Tastes great too. No more sore throat for me. That's Chloroseptic, fast acting, numbs throat in seconds. I wish I had one for my brain. All right, am I right, ladies and gentlemen? Nah. They make stuff like that already. Chloroseptic, I don't mean to imply that, but... Oh, so... All in the Family, TV, SS, which I believe is silver screen, stage and screen. Was Peter crucified right side up or upside down in 1951's Quo Vadis? Peter crucified right side up or upside down? Wow. The fact that they're asking right side up or upside down would imply that something crazy did actually happen. If maybe it was upside down. It's a 50-50 shot. I'm gonna say right side up just to. That's probably upside down, but I'm gonna say right side up just to be different because I'm thinking it's upside down. I'm usually wrong. When I think about things, I'm usually wrong. Everything I do is usually wrong. That was the stage and the screen. This is the nightly and the news. Huey Lewis and the nightly news. Hip to be square, bum, 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 na, na, na. Hip to be square. I like my friends in business suits. See them on TV. Number 4, publishing. PUB must be publishing, right? No, nightly news. Huey Lewis and the nightly news. Huey Lewis and the nightly news. Power of love is a glorious thing. Make a one man meet, make a one man sing. You'll be there, baby, when you're found. I want a new job. Oh no, that sounds like the theme for the 6-gun challenge. I'm gonna get sued by Huey Lewis. chords. Wow. Sorry, I'm not going to use that. I'm not going to take any chances. Huey Lewis and the Nightly News. Who commanded the Israeli army during the 6-Day War? Who commanded the Israeli army during the 6-Day War? Who didn't? Really? I mean, you know what I mean? Here's a commercial. Go.
When you think of summertime, you think of having friends and family over, don't you? Is that what you think of when you think of summertime? Really? You think of having friends and family over. I suppose you think of hanging out by the pool as well, huh? Well, if you need help getting your pool and your yard summer ready, give Southern Lawn and Pool a call. Give them a call. Give them a call on the phone. You know how to use a phone, don't you, Jetty? You do know how to use a phone, don't you, darling? They've been in business over 30 years and can handle all of your pool and lawn care needs. That's right, they sure can. And such as computerized water testing that ensures chemicals are added properly, landscaping, custom weed control, and much more. Weekly, monthly, and yearly services available, as well as friends and family plans and military discounts. For more information, call 251-616-1969 or visit Southern Lawn and Pools on Facebook.
And we're back. Who commanded the Israeli army during the 6-Day War? Can I say Yasser Arafat? That's probably completely wrong, but there it is. What writer of steamy soaps did Noel Coward say had the strongest narrative force of any writer in America? What is Noel Coward? Noel Coward is a coward. Noel Coward. He's not very great, is he? Noel Coward. Hey everybody, here comes Noel Coward. Noel Coward, Noel Coward. Noel Coward said, this is writer that Noel Coward said had the strongest narrative force of any writer in America. Steamy soaps, that's like novels of like Jacqueline Suzette. Jacqueline Suzette, that's who it is. Life and Times. Who did Free Huey buttons refer to? Huey Long. No, Huey. I don't know. Huey, Dewey, and Louie from the Three Stooges of the Three Musketeers of the Huey, Dewey, and Louie of the. I gotta take a minute. Okay, just take a minute. Just meditate a minute. Think of running water. Think of a stream. Oh, I gotta go pee now. I'll be right back. Play this commercial. favorite category. What was the flip side of Johnny Mathis's 1957 mega hit, Chances Are? Chances Are was the flip side. Now we look for answers. Looking for clues at the scene of the crime. Life's been good to me so far. Let's flip the answers and look on the other side. Number 1, All in the Family. All in the Family. Got that right. Number 2, Upside Down. I went with against my instincts and I got it wrong. Of course, Moshe Dayan commanded the Israeli forces, not Yasser Arafat. Jacqueline Suzanne. I got Suzette. I said Suzette, but the answer is Suzanne, so I can't count that one because it's close, but no cigar, as they say, and as the kids say. Huey Newton. I knew that was wrong when I said Huey Long. Who is Huey Long? Didn't he play football? He was the linebacker for the Raiders. No, that was Howie Long, yeah. Who was Huey Long? He was a mayor or something? But who was Huey Newton? Inventor of the Fig Newton. Disturber of the peace and inventor of the Fig Newton. And the flip side of Chances Are was 12th of Never, not Chances, not the same song. I thought it was a trick question. Now, life is a trick question. Play us out, baby. So much for that game. I got 1 out of, I threw it away, but I think I got 1 out of 6. A new low. A dangerous new low for a podcast boy. Okay, now we're going to do a little game we like to call, not a game, a feature of the show. It's called 5 Reasons Why. 5 reasons why can I leave you alone? 5 reasons why. 5 reasons why Tom Brady is different than Greg Brady. Tom Brady, quarterback for the who? Nobody. For the Patriots at first, and then he did the old Joe Montana thing. Well, he did a little more than Joe Montana or Brett Favre or any of them. He played for the Buccaneers, and then he won, another Super Bowl or two with them. And then Greg Brady, of course, character on the Brady Bunch. You know him. You love him. He's Greg Brady. He's Greg Brady. It comes Greg Brady. Here comes Greg Brady. Yeah, this is Brady, come Greg Brady. Brady. Here comes a torture Brady, yeah. It's Greg Brady. Brady. Brady boy. 5 reasons why Tom Brady is different than Greg Brady. Number 1, Tom Brady plays in the pros. He plays professional football. Okay? But Greg Brady plays high school football. He will probably never ascend past high school football. I don't think Greg has the skills. I'll talk to some people who know more about it, but I don't think Greg's got the skills to progress to the next level. Number 2, Greg Brady has an alter ego named Johnny Bravo. But I don't think Tom Brady has an alter ego named Johnny anything. He don't have an alter ego. At least, not yet. Number 3, Greg Brady has a housekeeper named Alice. Tom Brady has a housekeeper named Gertrude Lippman. Now, number 4, Tom Brady's brother didn't have to pretend like he was sick in order to meet Joe Namath. Joe Montana. Tom Brady's brother didn't have to pretend like he was sick in order to meet Joe Namath. Tom Brady just met Joe Namath. Does Tom Brady have a brother? I don't know, maybe. What's he doing right now, Tom? What's your brother doing? I better not say that. He might not have a brother. I might have to bleep that. I burped it. Now the number 5 difference between Tom Brady and Greg Brady. Greg Brady is a fictional character who lives in a universe controlled by writers and other creative agencies, while Tom Brady is a real person who lives in a universe controlled by writers and other creative agencies. And now, here's the differences between Gene Simmons and Richard Simmons. One prances around like a prima donna dressed inappropriately for their age and weight. The other one is Richard Simmons. Richard Simmons stamps his feet to anything and everything musical to encourage his fans to lose weight. Gene Simmons stamps the KISS logo on anything and everything and encourages his fans to lose weight in their wallets. Excited, nobody. Put my cards away for next time. This is the Bionic show. My show. The show that I had to rebuild bigger, faster, better, and stronger. Do you know what it's time for? I'll give you 3 guesses. What's your first guess? Nope. What's your second guess? Nope. What's your third guess? That's right. It's time for the Andy Griffith clip. 1, 2, 3. Time for the Andy Griffith Show clip. That's right. We're going to have an Andy Griffith Show clip. We will always have an Andy Griffith Show clip on this show. I don't care what copyright infringement people say. I stand up for what I believe in, people. And I believe in Andy Griffith shows. And this is an Andy Griffith Show clip. 1, 2, 3, roll it. Really, man, right quick. Boy, he be a whopper. Wow, is he pretty? He really is a whopper. He's jumping around there where I can't hardly get a hold of him. Yeah, boy, that one right there. He'll be good to eat, won't he? Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Well, we about got our limit. We better be heading on back. Ain't Bill wonder whatever happened to us. Put on your sneakers.
Okay, Paul. Boy, Paul, you sure do know the best places. How'd you ever find the spot?
Well, now that's a right interesting story, Oak.
It is, Paul?
It surely is. See, I first come up on this spot when I was a little fellow, not much bigger than you.
Really, Paul?
Yeah. Come on her accidental like one day. Decided I'd give her a try. Threw in my line. Wham! Got one almost as big as that one you got there. Threw her in again. Wham! Seemed like I'd stumbled right on the spot where all the fish in the river come to sort of talk things over. The Fish's Community Center, you might say.
Boy.
Yeah. Well, knowing I had a good thing, I kept her a secret. The other fellas would go fishing, and I'd kind of sneak away, and we'd meet later, and they'd have 2 or 3 little bitty things, and I'd have a string of whales. They were so jealous you could smell it.
Yeah, I bet they was.
You bet right, too. Yeah, well, one day, I snuck away to my secret spot. I hadn't no more than gotten my line in than what do you reckon I saw?
What?
Hody Snitch is standing there.
Hody Snitch, who's he?
Tough little fella used to live in this town a long time ago. Seems he snuck right after me when I snuck away.
Dirty sneak.
Yeah, he was sneaky. That ain't the worst of it. He says to me, Hody says, he says, beat it, boy. He says, from now on, this here's my spot. He says, if I catch you fishing here again, I'm gonna tear you into little bitty pieces and use you for bait.
What'd you do, boy? What'd you do?
I left. It shames me to say it, son. Well, I picked myself up and I crawled out of there like I was a whipped pup, which I was.
How come, Paul? How come you didn't make him crawl out of there like a whip pup?
'Cause he acted tough and I was scared of him.
But it was... Oh. Some fellas sure talk tough, don't they, Paul?
They surely do. Only, you know what I found out?
What?
I found out that tough talks just talk. Sit down on that log there and let me fix your shoe.
You did?
Did what?
Found out that tough talks just talk.
I surely did.
How?
Well, I got to feeling bad. Mighty bad. You know why?
Because he took away your milk money. I mean your fishing spot.
Yeah, that was it. At first. And then it got to be for a different reason. I got to feeling mighty ashamed because I was too scared to fight for what was rightfully mine. Mighty ashamed.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm telling you, you're looking at a fella who felt lower than a two-faced, sniveling, crawling.
Willy Wilbur.
How'd you know?
I got a pretty good imagination.
You imagine absolutely correct. I felt so low that a little bitty ant couldn't have walked under me. And I tried every way I knew to get shut of that feeling, but I just kept feeling lower and lower. And then one day when I was in school, the teacher was telling us young'uns how this country of ours begun. And she told us about this fella that says millions for charity, but not 1 penny for tribute to him. And then she explained to us what that meant.
What does it mean, poor?
Well, that means that it's fine and dandy to give away something because you want to, but not because you're scared the other fella's gonna give you a punch in the nose if you don't. You know what I did? I got my fishing gear and I marched myself right down to my own fishing hole.
You did?
I did. And there was Hody. Tough guy Hody. And you know what happened?
He got scared and ran away.
Nope. He did just exactly like he promised he would.
A knuckle sandwich?
Right on the nose.
Oh.
You know what I did? I laughed.
You did? How come?
Because it come to me that what I'd been scared of really wasn't worth being scared of at all. I didn't even feel that knuckle sandwich.
You didn't?
Not a bit. And I lit into him like a windmill in a tornado.
What happened?
Me and you fished that spot, didn't we?
Yeah.
Okay, come on.
Fantastic. Excuse me. I forgot to mention at the top of the show that there was going to be a very special interview on this episode. A very, very special interview. So stay tuned for that. Whatever you can do to stay tuned for that, do it. Okay, let's do it right now. Special interview. And with the werewolf. It's an interview with a werewolf that I know, and I'm gonna interview him. Here he comes into the studio. Hello, sir. I'm going to protect your anonymity, and I'm not going to say your name, but you are a werewolf, correct?
Yes, that is correct.
Well, I would like to point out that you are currently in human form.
Yes.
So you only change on a full moon, is that correct?
That is correct, yes. Only on a full moon.
So there's no danger of you changing right now?
Right, no danger whatsoever.
So, what's it like being a werewolf?
Well, I mean,
Well, I mean, do you remember changing when you changed? Do you?
I remember it sometimes, kind of like a dream. Vague, you know?
No, I don't know. I'm not a werewolf.
Well, I mean...
Well, okay. Well, is it hard to hold down a regular job?
No, not really.
Well, it must be. I would imagine that it's hard to lead a normal life with an affliction like this.
Well, I don't have a lot of friends.
Do you have a girlfriend?
No, not right now.
Well, how long does it take you to change each time?
Well, it starts with the hair.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, about 15 minutes.
15 minutes of hair.
Hair all over.
Yeah.
And then I feel my bones begin shifting around, and at that point I sort of black out, you know.
Then who knows, right?
Then it begins.
Well, forgive me for asking this question, but how do I put this? Like, are you a wolf man? Are you more like a man wolf, or are you...
Yeah, it's okay. I get this question quite a bit. It's like an American Werewolf in London. If you've seen that.
Yeah.
They got it right.
Oh, so that movie is accurate.
Yes, they nailed it. American Werewolf in London nailed it.
That's so interesting.
To me, that movie is a documentary.
Do you like being a werewolf?
Well, yeah, I mean, there are things I like and there are things I don't, you know. Just like anything else, I guess.
Anything that's worthwhile, I guess, huh?
Yeah, exactly.
I'd like to thank you for sharing your time with
My
us.
pleasure.
We'll be right back. Jenny has some cooking tips, and we'll be right back after this message. Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? Does anybody here remember Vera Lynn? How about shopping at True Value store? True Value, it's the place to go. Shop there, why don't you? Yeah, okay, well, that was pretty cool. I got some random thoughts here. Or is anything really random? You roll a dice, 2 dice, and you could roll anything you want. If you could somehow control all the millions, billions of factors involved in it, you could do it. You could roll a 7 every time, or whatever, 8. Snake eyes. Mr. Data did it. And you know the old saying, Mr. Data! You know the old saying, if Mr. Data can do it, anybody can do it. Random thoughts. Do you think at least once Clint Eastwood's wife's family referred to him as the in-law Josie Wells? Is it just me, or does frozen pizza get better the cheaper it gets? The cheaper the frozen pizza, the better it tastes. Is it just me, or is it just me, Alvarez? It's just you. No. It's the way to make a song, a dance number or a ballad, love song. You got to start with a title. Because the title of the song is the most important thing. I mean, think about it. It's what people see first when they hear a song. They hear the title first. They see that title first, and they're like, I don't think I want to hear that song with that title like that. That's what happened to Walker Road. I gotta take a break. Let me picture running water. Inhale. Exhale. Boom. If you want to make a song, all you got to do is you got to start with the title, and you have to think of a well-known phrase, such as "the early bird catches the worm," and then you take one word of that phrase out. Okay, to make a love song, you just replace one word with the word love. So the early bird catches the love. Yeah, the early bird catches the love. The early bird catches the love. I don't know if it's sent from above, but the early bird catches the love. I didn't say it would be a good song, but how about "Don't Judge a Love by Its Cover"? Don't judge a love by its cover, baby. That's kind of a crossover to funk. Now we'll cover funk now. Go funk. Take a song with the squeaky wheel gets the funk. Too many cooks spoil the funk. Absence makes the heart grow funkier. Make funk while the sun shines. Don't take any wooden funk. Don't judge a funk by its cover. Early bird catches the funk. So on and so on, and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Doo. And so on and so on and so on and so on and Scooby-Dooby-Dooby. Cha-cha. We gotta live together. We gotta live together. That's how you do the Ethiopian sand dance. Okay, this is a little blue. I don't know if this is too dirty for my show, but it's not, I don't think. Who cares? Nobody's listening anyway, right? Am I right? I imagine people sitting around listening to the show with their kids while their kids are playing on the floor, and then I say something, and the kids are like, "What does that mean, Daddy?" And oh, now, then they're mad at me, and then they're calling me. And then they're suing me. And then they're beating me up with sticks and rocks. And they're dumping my body out by the old Kroger. And then I suddenly come to, bloody, beaten, not even knowing where I am, and I try to wander back home. Busy intersection, lights flashing. I'm walking down. I'm walking down the road, dazed. I finally make it to that old Kroger. I was leaning up against the wall. Boy, do I look like the Walking Dead. Anyway. Oh, look. No, I'm not going to do that bit. It's got the word Essie. Okay, I'm going to do it. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to give it the satisfaction of doing it. I don't deserve it. I don't deserve it. You don't deserve it. Did I interview the vampire yet? Okay, did that. Well. Oh. Speaking of stand-up, I just came across the greatest stand-up. He's from the Amalgam universe. And his name is Mr. George the Animal Carlin. And I'm going to play some of his stand-up. He's George the Animal Carlin from the Amalgam universe. 3, 2, 1, go.
Let's talk about the words in and on and how they are used in certain contexts. You are in a movie but on a TV show. Why is that? Probably because a TV show is an episodic thing with no real end in sight, like a river. You are on the river, not in it. Hopefully not, anyway. But a movie is a standalone type thing, a singular experience with a definite beginning and end, kind of like an island. But you are on an island, not in an island. Did they sing Here in Gilligan's Isle? No. You are on an island. But if the island is a lot bigger, like Australia, then you are in it, not on it. Nobody ever says they got arrested on Australia. But they would say, I once met Bob Hope on Martha's Vineyard. So how big does it have to be to determine whether you are in or on something? How about a boat? If a boat is small enough, you are in it. You might hear somebody say, we were in the canoe when we heard the explosion. But a big boat, like the Titanic, you were on the Titanic, at least for a little while. Where is the size cut off? You might hear somebody say, I was playing the banjo on Dick Cavett yacht last night. If somebody videoed you on the yacht, you would be in a video that was shot on a yacht, which was shown on TV, but not in theaters. Why not? They are both kind of shaped like boxes.
Now we're going to do the featured artist. This is the featured artist. 3, 2, 1, go. Only after the last tree has been cut down. Only after the last river has been poisoned. Only after the last fish has been caught. Only then will you find that money cannot be eaten. Thank you all. God bless America. Okay, you know me, you know how I roll. Down the hill. Sideways down the hill, that's how I roll. I roll down the hill sideways, that's how I roll. You know me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You know how I am. I got to be original. I got to be original. And I want to be a stand-up comedian, so I have spent years tempering this highly original stand-up act, tempered over the years in the clubs. When everybody else was going out to have fun at birthday parties and eating cake, I was in the comedy clubs, scraping, surviving, making a name for myself. When everybody else was going to Mardi Gras and having a good time with people, throwing the beads and hooting it up. I was down in the trenches at the Comedy Store, at Catch a Rising Star, at Yuck Yucks. I was out there making it, doing it, tempering it, forging it, polishing it to perfection. And you know I wouldn't do it if it wasn't original. I'm going to do my act for you. This is my completely original. Did I say that? Did I mention how original it was?
Yeah,
Did I
you said
set the joke up enough? You reckon?
Get on with it.
Did I beat the premise? Okay. What a crowd, I tell you.
Check.
I'm all right now, but this afternoon I was in rough shape, though, you know. Yeah, my wife, she started in again, you know. I worked in Las Vegas. I went broke playing the slot machines. In Vegas, they got slot machines all over, even in supermarkets. I went to buy a container of milk. It cost me $238. No, to tell you the truth, I had trouble with my wife before we got married, you know. We went together for 6 months. Then she gave me the axe, and it was all over. I said, "What's the matter? Is there somebody else?" She looked at me and said, "There must be." I tell you, with my wife, I never got no respect at all, you know. We were going steady. She said, don't talk about until we get married. We got married. She told me, now you can talk about it all you want. I'm married 20 years. All I get is smart answers and bad cooking. My wife's cooking. Forget about her cooking. If we ever have a leftover hamburger, she uses it to scrub the sink. You ever heard of come and get it? Well, at my house, it's try and eat it. The trouble with me is I'm too easygoing, you know? Like this afternoon, I had a bite to eat in a restaurant. It got busy. I had to share my table with someone. They sat down an old man. Must have been in his 80s. I mean, this guy was old. I asked him to pass the salt and pepper, and he had to make 2 trips. I never get lucky in restaurants. I had dinner last night in a Chinese restaurant. I opened my fortune cookie. In it was the guy's check next to me. I said to him, hey, buddy, I got your check. He said, thanks. It's all I meet is wise guys. I was going to take a little vacation, talk to some guy who works in a travel agency. He told me I could spend 6 nights in Puerto Rico. No days, just 6 nights in Puerto Rico. I said to him, what do I do with my 7 days? He said, you can do whatever you want, just keep out of Puerto Rico. I don't know, great crowd here, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you, with me, nothing works out, you know. My neighborhood is getting worse. I told you before I live in a tough neighborhood. You know, just last week a guy pulled a knife on me. I could see it wasn't a real professional job. There was butter on it. I tell you, where I live, you can't protect yourself. One day there was a knock at my door, at my front door. I figured I'd play it safe, you know. I opened the peephole. The guy reached in and grabbed me. I tell you, in my building, there are nothing but robberies. Every time I close a window, I hit somebody's hand. Nothing but robberies over there. Nothing but robberies over there. Why, the other night, I took the wife and kids, and I figured I'd play it safe. Left all the lights on in the apartment. Left the radio on. There was a note on the front door. The note said, I'm inside. Came home that night, I still got robbed. The guy left his own note. He said, I looked all over for you. Well, that's the show, the Bionic Show. That was just called the Bionic Show. And I have fun doing these, and I hope you like them. I hope you get a little enjoyment out of it. It helps me deal with the day-to-day things, and it helps me just to get by just doing it. So I appreciate you listening, and Alvarez, do you want to add anything? Hi, that's right. Thank you, Alvarez, and thank you, people, for listening, and I'll see you next time. This is yeah, I'll have another show ready. So, thank you for listening, and